Hi folks, Dr. Ed Byer. Today we're going to talk about one thing that all chronically sick, unhealthy, chronically fatigued people have. Inflammation. Systemic inflammation. Whole body inflammation. Now, I'm not talking about the type of inflammation where I get hit with a hammer and I got a bump there from inflammation. That's inflammation from an injury or if you work out too hard. I'm talking about systemic inflammation. Now, all chronically sick people have this, and we're going to talk about this a little bit. First of all, it's got to be diagnosed. A lot of doctors don't run enough markers on the blood to really define what is going on with you, and they're comparing you to lab ranges and not functional ranges, which I get into in my long videos. Now, the markers that need to be looked at are markers such as C-reactive protein, sedimentation rate, uric acid, serum iron, and the storage form of iron, ferritin, are what we call acute phase reactants. These will elevate in the blood too when you're inflamed and often misdiagnosed for an iron problem. High homocysteine, high fibrinogen, and high C-peptide, which is something your body makes from insulin. Which brings me to the number one reason that we're going to discuss on why you would have systemic inflammation, and that's high insulin. Now we all know it, we've all heard of insulin, but what does it do? Here's the deal. When we eat our food, our blood sugar goes up, always. And our brain tells our pancreas to release a hormone called insulin. Insulin. In. What insulin does is it pushes the sugar, the glucose, into our cells where it gets converted to energy. But if our blood sugar is too high all the time, our insulin is going to be high all the time. And insulin is extremely inflammatory, systemically. Let me repeat. High insulin is extremely inflammatory. If you have high blood sugar or even low blood sugar, because if you have low blood sugar, your insulin is going to be elevated too at times, you are inflamed. So when someone is inflamed, we have to get their blood sugar under control. And this is what happens, and we have to control this, and there's many, many ways. Now, why would your blood sugar be elevated? It's not just diet and exercise. Those are important. But if your thyroid's not working right, if your adrenal glands aren't working right, if your pancreas isn't working right, if your brain's not working right, if your liver's not working right, those two are other major players when it comes to blood sugar, above and beyond just diet and exercise. I'm Dr. Ed Byer. I hope this helps. Have a great day.